I've been a Sweetwater customer for who knows how long, and have spent a concerning amount of time on the website, and somehow I never noticed that there was a tab on the front page called What's New, and basically that tab shows all of the new recent gear that has come out, and you can break that down by guitar, bass, drums, etc. So what I decided to do was to see if I could take gear only from this What's New tab and write and record a full song. So I ended up writing and recording this psychedelic track using only these instruments that I picked up. The links to these products will be in the description below. So starting off with the drums, I used this sapphire blue pearl crystal beat acrylic kit. These things turned out like really punchy and huge, especially the kick. It was massive and almost like carried the track. The toms also projected great as well and made themselves known throughout the track with every fill, which is great because I didn't even direct mic them at all. It was just all the overheads. Even these sticks are new. These are the Promark Nick DiVirgilio signature drumsticks. I typically use a 5A or 5B sticks depending on my mood that day for some reason, but these are 5AB, so they land somewhere in between 5A and 5B, so I can see myself using these a lot. Next, we have the Roland Gaia 2. I like this synth because it's fully capable of doing a lot of stuff, like some vintage analog sounds and some new futuristic sounds, sort of experimental kind of stuff. I use this to create an atmosphere sound playing that's throughout the entire track. You can really hear it at the beginning and the end. It gave a nice layer to the psychedelic sound of the track. There's a ton of features on this thing, way more than I have time to talk about. So check out this video on our channel for more info in the description. For bass, I chose the Fender Vintera 2 70s Mustang bass. I chose this because one, it's a short scale, and they feel the best to play out of any style of bass, and I'm a small guy, so I got small hands, so it works better. It delivers a vintage sound like straight from the 70s, which is why it felt right for a psychedelic song like this. This is the competition orange color, and it complements the vintage sound very well. And on guitar, I landed on the Gibson SG Standard 61 in the beautiful translucent teal. When I saw that this was coming out, I had to get my hands on it because I really love SGs, and going crazy with those feels really good. This one really shines with heavier tones, but it still has some nice shiny cleans as well. This is a guitar that I wanna take this thing home, please. So moving on to the pedal board, I had the Walrus Audio Canvas Tuner pedal. What I like about this tuner is that it has this giant LCD screen, so it's really easy to see what you're doing, and it's really hard to mess up. Like if you're on stage and it's dark, you can see that thing really well. Next down the line, we got the Walrus Audio 385, and this thing rips. It added a lot of dirt to that chorus section I had, and yeah, it's what the song needed. Next, we got the Strymon UltraViolet Vintage Vibe Chorus and Vibrato pedal. Chorus and vibrato are easily my favorite effects for guitar. This one especially digs in and gets that psychedelic sound that I was looking for. You could choose between chorus or vibrato or blend the two, which is what I used, and it felt fantastic. I used it throughout the entire song, even when I had the 385 enabled. I got those bad boys running into the Victory Kraken Mark II amp. This thing can push a lot of air, which gave it a nice classic vintage feel, which is what I really like. Usually when I think of the Kraken, I think of using it primarily when in high gain situations, but I used the clean tone on this thing and it treated me fantastic. Now on to mics, we got the Lauten Audio Snare mic. This is the first FET condenser microphone that was manufactured specifically for snare drums. So I had to try it out. It's compact, it's straight to the point. It sounds fantastic, and it's very accurate to how the snare sounds in real life. Next, we have the Universal Audio SC1s. I used 2 of them for my drum overheads. The build quality on these things are fantastic. Universal Audio always really knows how to build gear, and it gave an accurate representation of what the drums sound like in the room. I realistically could have used these anywhere because they're so versatile and they would have sounded fantastic. Another extremely versatile mic that I used was the Chandler Limited TG microphone Type L. I used this for the kick mic, the guitar cabinet, and vocals. This thing is a workhorse, carries on the legacy of the original Chandler TG mic, and this one comes at a very affordable price. And finally, all these are going into the Allen & Heath CQ18T 16-channel mixer. This mixer doubles as an interface, so every single input you have on the mixer you can open up in your DAW and do multi-track recording. Isn't that fantastic? That's what I did with the drums and everything. It was beautiful. Okay, so that's all the gear that I used from the What's New tab. So here's the song. If you have any questions about any of these pieces of gear, go to sweetwater.com or contact your Sweetwater sales engineer. Thank you.
Seasons in the trash.